Welcome to H2K Infosys. H2K Infosys is a e-verify business based in Atlanta, Georgia, United States. We provide 100% job-oriented, instructor-led, face-to-face, true live online software training programs. It also includes access to cloud test lab with software tools. We provide live project for you to work on. We also provide assistance with mock interviews, resume preparation and review, and job placement assistance. H2K Infosys is trusted by so many students across the world. H2K Infosys provides world-class services in IT training with real-time project work for corporates and individuals, special IT training for MS students in the United States, software design, development, QA manual and automation, performance testing and maintenance, IT staff augmentation, job placement assistance, and tech support.
Next is tested properties. Here, for example, like if you wanna, once the test execution is done, automatically if you wanna send mail, like earlier I said, like we can configure the mail setup. If you wanna send mail to your team member or your lead, say automatically once this test case execution is done, send an email, you can set that. Like we have options. Any test execution dialog box finishes the status failed. If test fails, then only you can send the email. Or environment failure. If the environment got some problem, if got crashed, send mail to the infrastructure guys. Okay, we can set up whatever you want. Okay, all the test execution dialog box that were run have finished. If you completed everything, okay, you don't need to send email. If you check this box, automatically the result will send it to, if you configure to send such a way that send it to your test lead, then all the test results will go, automatically it will go to your test lead. No need to fill the test flow of a night. That is just an option I showed you. But execution grid is generally we have to fill it because we are adding the test cases there. Test execution flow is for your reference, like how it looks. Just it is a general knowledge. You don't need to set it up. If you can set it up if there is any dependency of the test case, so that we can set it up. So while executing automatically, it will display. For example, after T-Mobile, I have to execute TC1. Automatically, it will ask you to execute this test case. Okay, this is notification. So sending message saying that okay, test execution completed. Okay. Some message, and you can configure the email ID. This configuration is done by QC admin. You have to give your email IDs. He will set up, like by your own. You can't just give whatever the email ID. Okay. On failure, for example, these tabs are on failure. Most of the time we use for automation test cases. Okay, not for manual. If you are running any automation script, if it is failed, okay, if you want to re-execute the same test case, or you want to send some message, or you don't want to do nothing. Okay, whatever if you want to run multiple times same test cases, how many times you want to run? Okay, that we can set up in on failure. Okay, run cleanup test. This is mainly related for automation testing. Okay, we can set up. Rati, what is that? Is it child parent grid? This is not child parent. You're talking about execution grid. Rati, can you please unmute? Okay, this is just a flow. Execution flow, Rati. It is not child parent as such. Why did you mention regression testing? I'm giving a just example. You can mention integration. You can create own cycle as Reva is asking why I put as a regression testing as a folder. Why don't you system? I'm just showing an example. It depends on the scenario. If you are executing integration testing, you can go and create the integration testing as a folder name. Okay. Yeah.
Hello, Shweta. Is it that if you give the script, the execution flow displays by itself, or do we have to give it?
See, by default, whatever we put, it automatically shows the execution flow. You can set up,
Yes.
okay, you can, let me, okay, you can select and you can do play around, like whether you want to flow along with this or after this you select and do it. So you can remove this test itself. So many things we can do. Okay, this is just for your information. Like if I set up like this, what happens in cycle 1, execute the T-Mobile valid first, then go to the T-Mobile login. So many things we can do. Okay, this usually we don't work on this. This is just an option for you guys to just know where is the execution flow. Otherwise, everything will do in the execution grid. Okay.
Okay. So if we change this, it's not that execution grid also will be changed, right?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
If I, for example, now see, I will delete. You go and see TC02, right? I don't want to use TC02. I'll just delete it. Then go and see there is no TC02. Automatically it deletes. Automatically it updates. Okay, we don't need to do anything there. Just it will show. It is like a flow chart. Okay, for your reference, how we executed it. Okay, this, as I said, this is this on failure. It most of the time we use for automation scripts. Yes.
Shweta, I have a question about the email. Like in real time, how do you do email then? Like you said you just check the check boxes so that the quality center will mail it, right, automatically.
If we check this, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So see, if you check all boxes, like see, whenever you do the execution, so the mails will be going to them, right? So it's not like you are disturbing them all the time.
That's why, like, it's up to the team. Like they wanna set up this notification. Some test lead they need. Okay, they want to know. Like that's why they don't check all these things. They check only this box. All the test execution dialog box that were run and finished, send an email. So it is based on your convenience how your team needs the execution status. Okay, your lead needs. So this is done. If you set up the configuration saying that all the test box and to somebody, like for example, Hema at xyz.com. Okay. So automatically the mail sent to that person once you finish all the execution. Okay. But this mail configuration
so usually,
has to be, yeah.
Okay. So usually we'll be giving the email address like team lead or business analyst to whoever we want. So
Responsible.
we can give
Yes.
email address.
That's right. Not for everyone. Not
So,
for everyone.
yeah, and also you were saying that we cannot set this up, so we have to follow up with the admin. So what's that?
Yeah,
Like,
as I said you earlier, like we have one more called QC admin site. The same URL, instead of QC bin, it will be SA bin. Okay, there they have admin user ID and password that he will manage the show. Like he will create a user ID for all the team members to log into the QC and the permissions he will give for each module. So if we go and ask him to set this notification email configuration, so he will go and do for this. For the quality center, these are the valid email IDs. We can use only those email IDs because if somebody gives their personal email ID, then all the they can leakage the company confidentiality, right? So they don't want to do that. That's why QC admin is there. He will manage the show. He will do this configuration part.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you. That's clear. Thanks.
Okay. Once Hema, you're not able to hear me? Please everyone mute your phone. Hello? Okay. Okay, this is on failure. This is most of the time for automation testing. This is attachment saying like for this cycle, if you have written some document which is related to the regression cycle plan or something like that. Okay, you can attach that. These things we already covered. I don't wanna go each one of those. So then details. This is just the cycle details while creating the test cycle, whatever I have mentioned. You can write some more or some of the information. For example, when this release is going to end. For example, I said 16th. You can set up that. Open date is on 7th. ITG request ID is not required. Open. Is the status is open? Yes, because just now we started executing this. This folder is for the defects. While executing, if you have any defects, okay, directly you can go and create it. Or if you can create a new defect or somebody already existing, okay. That error, like it is moving from the QC error, that won't show every time in the real-time scenario. For my system, maybe because of some of the DLL not loaded, that's why it's showing. So don't worry about it. So the defect part is like, see, for example, Saujanya, she is executing some scenario and she's raised some defect, okay, while executing. I'll show how to raise defect while executing the test case, okay. Now, who else, like Anamika, she will be executing some scenario, but the defect will be same. For example, after logging in, they are getting some text error message. Okay, whether it is she wants to do the registration or she wants to do after logging in, go to the My Account page, whatever the things. In between, even Saujanya is seeing that error box and Anamika is seeing the error box. Both they found that, but before Anamika, Saujanya already raised defect in the defect module. So what Anamika can do is, while executing, if she finds the same thing, she will go and see whether that defect is exists or not. If it already exists, she can use the link. Like somebody already raised the defect, so by ID, she knows the ID, what is the defect ID, she can go and give and link it. Or she can select within the it shows the what are the defects raised within a team. She will go and see, okay, let me go and see this and link it. So there are different ways to link a defect. Okay, how to raise I will show in detail. This is refresh, filter. Here also same, the column selection. Okay. Defect details, go to all the links. It is just typical, all other options. Okay. Now we'll come back to the execution grid. We'll start executing it. Okay, now I'll show how to execute. These are the options. Just till now we learned like what are the options available. Okay, how to use it. Now the real time test execution starts. Okay. One second. Okay. So we can execute test case in two ways. One is just select one test case and click on run. Other one is run test set. If you click on this, automatically it selects all these test cases and we can execute together. It's up to you how do you want to do. Okay, let's start with run. Run manually or continue manual run. Now everything is manual because we have not loaded any automation script. So run manually. So it will display this window. Okay, in this window, let's go in detail. What are the things? One is begin to run if you want to start running the execution, or you don't want, you want to end here itself, you can click on end. See what happens here. When I click on, I started, but I click on end. So what happened? It changed the status from, okay, no run to not completed. Because I have not started the execution, in between I stopped it. That's why it changed the status to not completed. Continue manual run means what? For example, if you are, that option is useful if you are running any automation script, in between you it stop. Later you don't want to execute or using script, okay, you want to execute manually, that time you can go and select that option. Now we don't have any automation script, so we selected run manually. Okay. So now you got the status as not completed. Okay, now let's start. Okay, then cancel run. If you don't want to run, cancel it. If you want to save the test run, if you want to save in between, you can save it. Next, this is attachment, or this is the linking the defect. Okay, it's same thing, new defect. If you want to rise, you can rise the defect. Here, what are the things? The run name. Okay, it will for each execution, it will give the run name. By itself, system creates by its own run name, or you can delete it and you can say test run, whatever you want. Okay. The execution date and the time, it will take from your system date. So it will put those dates. Okay. Then tester, definitely the tester will be whoever is assigned there. You can change it whenever you want. Okay. And the status is showing not completed. Okay. Then the language, these are all product version. It's up to you if you want to select. Okay. Otherwise, that's fine because those are not mandatory fields. Am I breaking? You guys are not able to hear me? Oh, okay. Let me see. Everything is proper. Okay, now it's fine. Okay, now begin run. So it will show all the steps. What are the steps we added for the test case T-Mobile login? Okay, the step 1 is you can see the source of the test name. Okay, it will show the description here. You can. Okay, you can see what is that. It is, okay, enter the 9-digit mobile number. Okay, expected is system allow user to enter a mobile number. Once you go to application and launch, for example, if it is a T-Mobile, go manually. Okay. Let me Google search. I don't know the URL. It is so slow. Just hang on, guys. It's slow. Okay. So I will launch URL. Okay. Then I will click on login button and I'll enter whatever the 9-digit T-Mobile number. Okay. If I'm able to enter that properly, okay, if I'm able to enter the 9-digit account number, then I will go and say yes, test case is passed. You click on this button. So automatically the status updated as the past, okay, past status and the execution date and time. Then it will go to the next step. Enter a password. System should allow to enter a password. If I enter click on login here, enter some account number, and if I am able to enter password something, okay, then it allows. Then go and say okay, test case passed. Okay, I added this two same steps are there. Maybe while giving the while I was explaining. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I was just wondering. I hope I didn't miss anything here. I was just wondering that when you say the test case has failed, and when we are doing manual testing, in what cases does the test case fail? Like what exactly happens? Why does it fail?
Yeah, I will tell you. Okay. That's what we are going to do. As testing engineer, what's our job is, whether it is working as expected or not. For example, now I click on the first step is enter a 9-digit mobile number. If I'm able to enter, then in the actual, I'll say as expected. Okay, in the then I'll go on, click on the second one, the password, if I'm able to enter it. then as expected. That's what we do. Okay, we don't write in detail because those are steps. This I showed. The next step is just to show you like how can we copy and paste. That's why it's showing again. As of now, we'll write as expected for that. So once you enter that, okay, if you click on sign button, sign on, okay, if you just see, this is where guys like I call one of the functions, right? Somebody asked, we called one of the functions, where can we see the test case? This is where we can see the test case. See here, type the Shweta in the username field. What it is showing here? The Shweta is the parameter, okay? We declare while creating a test case. It automatically, it will put that username here, type the username, okay, and password as ABC123 and sign on button. This is the function I called while creating the test case. That's what you guys are seeing it. If I am not able to click on sign on button, after this, still this login button is disabled, okay. That is where the defect is, okay. Now we'll forget about this step. We don't want, so I'll just make it as pass. Okay, click on login button. Once you enter the account number and password, we should be able to click on the login button, okay. If this login button is disabled, then that time test case fail, okay. Then we have to mention here, login button is disabled, and I will say test case fail. Okay, if out of five steps, if one test case is failed, the whole test result is failed. Okay, so this is the scenario. Somebody asked, right, how can we, in what scenario it will be failed? If it is not as expected, okay, you imagine, now I can't show this as a disabled, just imagine if you open an application while testing, if you, after entering this, the phone number and the password, if this button is disabled, then that is a defect. Okay, you can close the defect right here, and you can create a new defect for that. How to create? Go and click on this new defect window, and it will ask you to enter all the information. Summary is login button is disabled. Okay, if you know assigned who is the developer is, then go and assign the developer name. Okay, and category, which it is a functional. This is not suggestion actually. Okay, I'll just mention defect version. These are all set up based on our project. Okay.
So many of our students have given testimonials on how our training programs are. You will find them on kudzu.com and on our website h2kinfosys.com. On our website h2kinfosys.com, you will also find more detailed information on who we are, the courses that we offer, what each course covers. Also, if you're interested in a demo program, please register on our homepage on the left-hand side. Just give us more information about yourself and we will send you a link for a demo class. The demo class is absolutely free. Experience our commitment by just attending an orientation workshop at no cost. Our team of faculty and advisors are here to guide you with the right information. If you still have more questions, please feel free to call us. Call us at 770-777-1269. This is a United States number. If you're calling from the UK, call us at 020-337-17615. You can also email us at training@h2kinfosys.com or h2kinfosys@gmail.com. Thank you for watching our videos. We wish you a great career in information technology.